Now I am joined here with Sandy Oxford, who's a state officer for the New York State Working Families Party. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Of course. Now I want to jump right in and ask you our first question. We had some reporters. There was an event that happened this weekend with the WFP at a door-knocking event. They went out and we spoke to a bunch of the members from the party there. I want to kind of ask you, why is it so important that the Working Family Party's members are going out and working with all these local candidates?
Well, after 2022 and what happened here in the state of New York, it became a collective dream of the entire party. We started talking about this 2 years ago in November, that we wanted to return New York State and these districts that had flipped red to blue. So that was what we started working on 2 years ago. And I'm thinking what you saw was some of what we actually plan to do in reality.
Right. And to jump off of that too, what was your role kind of in that? What does your role look like within the party?
Sure. Well, my name is Sandra Oxford, and I serve as one of 5 officers of the party. I like to think that I really bring a lot of the energy for upstate New York. I find that geography is very important when we're talking about politics, especially when we think about rural communities, suburban communities, and some of the upstate cities that have identical needs that are downstate, maybe just with a different backdrop. So I really try to always bring that to the statewide conversation. And I'm also in the political department of one of the affiliates. WFP not only has individuals like myself that are enrolled as Working Family Party members, but we also have labor unions. So I work for the New York State Nurses Association, who is also an affiliate of the Working Family Party.
Amazing. And now I want to ask too, you've spoken it a little bit. District 19, specifically this area in Ithaca, has become really important. We've had a lot of information about it with different candidates coming out and running. A lot of people have been coming to talk and speak on it. Why is it so important that WFP is playing a role here?
Well, this is ground zero. This is one of the most competitive races in the country. Mm-hmm. This is among the most competitive House races here in the United States. And it is a very expansive district. As you know, it is very new geography with the redistricting that happened. So we have a lot of different communities that are learning to work together and learning to build this coalition together. And I think that is part of what has, that hopefully what you're seeing on the ground.
Right. And now I just want to ask you one very quick final question. It's obviously election night here. What is your outlook looking at this election?
Oh, wow. I think that we did a lot of work. I know that we put a lot of time in, and the Working Family Party was really committed to the battleground, what we called Battleground New York. It was one of the largest organizing on-the-ground campaigns that I think we've seen in modern electoral history here in the state of New York. So we've been doing phone banking. We've been doing those annoying texts that folks are getting, door knocking, and really engaging people. And we know that if we have these one-on-one conversations, they're very powerful. And I'm hoping that when all the numbers come in and when every vote is counted, we're going to see the fruit of every one of those conversations and exchanges and touches that we had with the electorate.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, we are going to throw to a quick break, but we will be right back continuing to break down all these races happening right here in New York and nationally. Don't go anywhere.